This video is about Supergirl, a DC Comics female superhero, and compares how she looked in her 2011 to 2015 comic book series versus how she looks in her new 2025 series. The video starts off with 3 covers from the 2011 to 2015 series, and then presents covers from the first 4 issues of the new 2025 series, including many variant covers, and then presents the complete 40-issue run of the 2011 to 2015 series. The covers for each of the 2 series are presented in chronological order. As the covers go by, information is presented about each series, plus origin information, but is not intended to correspond to the specific cover being shown. Supergirl's 2025 appearance was created by phenomenal comic book artist Stanley Artgerm, who wanted to create something fresh while keeping the key elements intact. Lau adapted the theme of sporty and fun, but packs a punch, and incorporated those elements in the costume. Lau also made changes to the chest symbol to give it a more dynamic spin. The new 2025 series was initially released May 14, 2025, and written and illustrated by Sophie Campbell. Campbell is taking Supergirl in a new direction among familiar surroundings as she gets back to her roots in the town of Midvale. But returning to her hometown after so many years away already presents some challenges. There's already a Supergirl there, protecting the town and saving the day. The 2011 to 2015 series is one of several Supergirl series and was part of the new 52 revamp and relaunch by DC Comics of its entire line of ongoing superhero comic books, which followed the conclusion of the Flashpoint crossover storyline. The series featured a new iteration of Supergirl, Kara Zor-El of Prime Earth. In this series, after spending several decades in suspended animation while her spacecraft orbited the sun, Kara Zor-El lands in Siberia. She is captured by men and notices that the sun is yellow and realizes she is not on Krypton. She escapes and then grips a man in her fist and demands to know where she is, but he cannot understand Kryptonian. Then she sees Superman flying overhead, and in Kryptonian, he commands her to stop. After initially being hostile towards Superman, he explains that she now has superpowers due to Earth's yellow sun and that Krypton no longer exists. She parts ways from Superman and soon encounters a super dangerous person that is interested in her. Her adventures continue from there. Supergirl made her first appearance in Action Comics number 252 in 1959 and was created by writer Otto Binder and artist Al Plastino. Created as a female counterpart to Superman, Supergirl, also known as Kara Zor-El, shares his superpowers and vulnerability to kryptonite. The reaction to Supergirl's first appearance was tremendous, with thousands of positive letters pouring into DC Comics. I will now review one version of Supergirl's origin and history. Supergirl, like her cousin Superman, is a Kryptonian. Supergirl is a survivor of Argo City, which had survived the explosion of the planet Krypton and drifted through space. The city had been covered by a plastic dome for weather moderation devised by Zor-El, a climatologist and engineer, and also the younger brother of Superman's father, Jor-El. The dome held together a large chunk of landmass under the city as it drifted through space in the general direction of Earth's solar system. However, the bottommost layers of bedrock were affected by the explosion of Krypton and slowly and steadily turned into green kryptonite, which can kill Kryptonians. Using raw deposits and refined materials at hand, the residents of Argo City laid down a ground shield of lead foil to protect them from the developing green kryptonite. Zor-El created a makeshift propulsion system to try to accelerate the city's approach to the Earth's solar system. During the roughly 30 years Argo City traveled through space, Zor-El met and married Allura, daughter of NZ, who then gave birth to their daughter Kara, who was blonde like her parents and later becomes Supergirl. Before the propulsion system was able to steer the city towards Earth, a deranged citizen named Jerem, who was suffering from survival guilt, damaged the exhaust, veering Argo towards a swarm of meteoroids that crashed into the underside of the landmass on which it rested. As the inhabitants of Argo were being killed by the green kryptonite radiation released from meteorites shredding the lead barrier, the adolescent Kara was sent to Earth in a rocket to be raised by her cousin Kal-El, also known as Clark Kent and as Superman. To ensure that she would be recognized by Superman, Kara's parents gave her a uniform that was similar to Superman's uniform. On Earth, she gains powers identical to those of Superman and adopts the secret identity of Linda Lee, a resident of Midvale Orphanage. Later, she is both adopted and known as Linda Lee Danvers and gradually functions as Supergirl. She conceals her blonde hair beneath a brunette wig and functions as Supergirl only in secret, at Superman's request, until she can gain sufficient control of her powers and the wisdom to use them properly. She attends high school, graduates from college, changes careers several times, holding jobs in student counseling, news reporting, and acting on a TV soap opera, and has many boyfriends, but places her super activities first. There was a Supergirl movie in 1984 with Helen Slater starring as Supergirl, and Sasha Calle played Supergirl in the 2023 The Flash movie. Supergirl has also been on TV, notably with Laura Vandervoort playing her in the 7th season of Smallville and Melissa Benoist playing her in the Supergirl TV show that started in 2015. Millie Alcock has been cast in the movie role of Supergirl and is set to debut in the upcoming Superman movie before her solo standalone movie set in the DC Universe, which is to derive significantly from the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow 2021 to 2022 miniseries by writer Tom King and Bilquis Evely. In regards to the future of Supergirl, do you have any plot ideas for her in comic books, TV shows, or movies? Are there any other characters that you want Supergirl to be involved with, such as Batgirl the Cassandra Cain version, Batgirl the Barbara Gordon version, Big Barda, Black Canary, Flash, Harley Quinn, Huntress, Power Girl, Starfire, Superman, Wonder Woman, or Zatanna? Is there one or more enemies that you want Supergirl to confront, and if so, who? More videos like this one, short and longer, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention Female Superhero Hero playlist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.